Sam George, abo.
Honorable, do you have a Ghana card with you? Do you have a Ghana card?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. So do you have it with you now?
No, not on my person.
Okay. So why would you say that using the Ghana card as the primary source for the SIM registration was flawed, and that you would want to subject the good people of Ghana to another re-registration of the SIM card?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Common sense is the reason why I'll say that. Because the actions that happened under the last government were very at par with common sense and logic. We've got a National Identification Authority that holds and sits as our national repository of biometric data. I think it was wickedness of the highest order to subject Ghanaians to long hours of queues, taking away productive man hours affecting our economy, to go and queue again and resubmit biometrics, simply because egos could not be managed. We will do a proper SIM re-registration again, but this time nobody's going to queue, because common sense will prevail, expertise will prevail, and logic will work. The MNOs hold a certain set of data. We would use technology to cross-reference that against the NIA's database and all biometric databases, and only instances where there are disparities would require you visiting an MNO shop. Because today, as we speak, the telcos cannot truly verify who is holding their SIM card. And it even is in their own benefit for us to do this process and do it properly. Thank you very much.
Would you want to explain what you mean by Nana Akufo-Addo did not steal from the public purse, but he actually stole the purse? Would you explain what you meant by that? And after that, let the public know whether you still stand by that statement or you seek to retract.
Mr. Chairman, before I answer, may I seek leave of you to know how many minutes I have to answer this question? Because I have a litany of over 700 corruption scandals under President Akufo-Addo that I would list systematically and explain each one to show Ghanaians how President Akufo-Addo and his government stole the public purse.
Honorable nominee, the question is, do you stand by it or not?
The question was twofold. So, do I stand by it? Yes. Why did I say it? That's what I'm asking for. How many minutes or hours you give to me to run through 700 corruption scandals under President Akufo-Addo?
Chairman, if the nominee so pleases with his evidence against Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and he wants to proceed, it is within his right to proceed. Proceed. That's fine. Proceed.
Honorable members, looking at the time, I'm unable to allow the witness or the nominee to be proceeding with over 700 evidence that he is having. So instead, I will urge upon the nominee to make it available for the committee.
Chairman, in view of your earlier ruling, I will be happy to receive all that evidence.
How many minutes would it take you to state it? Stating it.
Mr. Chairman, I'm not just going to state, I'm going to explain. So I'll need about 4.5 hours.
I'm asking you to state. I'm not asking you to give explanation. Can you state it?
Mr. Chairman, just stating it and not explaining it will not do justice to me. So then, if you won't allow me time to explain them for the Ghanaian people to understand, then there's no need me starting.
Do you think that your attack on the Chief Justice of the Republic had any basis in the exercise of those your constitutional rights?
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, I did not attack the Chief Justice. I criticized her, and she's not above criticism. Thank you.
Honorable nominee, do you remember the words you used in criticizing the Chief Justice?
Mr. Chairman, I criticized her extensively. I can't remember all the words. Thank you.
Paraphrase in context your criticism of her, what you said.
I'm unable to repeat any of those here, Mr. Chairman, because the exigencies of time have overtaken it. If there is any specific reference you would like to make, I'm willing to respond to that. Thank you.
Did you write on your social media wall those criticisms? Did you write them?
I want to believe that I expressed my views on social media house. Yes.
We would give you an opportunity to refer to your social media wall and read aloud and in full those criticisms that you don't readily remember. So go to your social media wall, pick it, we'll give you time so that you can read it, then we can proceed.
Mr. Chairman, I don't know about the ranking member, but I'm extremely active on social media. In fact, one of the most active politicians in this country on social media. It will be an exercise for me to say that I am scrolling through the hundreds and thousands of posts to begin to scan and identify. If I had been given notice of this, I could have gotten a team to do that. But I believe that if there's a particular case that is in question, I could be referred to it. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, our proceedings allow a member time to rely on an important document. Therefore, if the member will need time to go through the particular post, we would give him the time. He should be able to furnish us with that. So, Chairman, with the greatest respect, let him have the time to make that available.
Mr. Chairman, if there is the need for evidence of that, I can subsequently provide that to the committee. I can print out my entire timeline history for the purposes of the committee, because I will not be able to tell what would be of interest to the questioner. So I'll print out my entire timeline for the committee subsequent to this engagement. Thank you.
Serious. Now, me sure say NPP, mobile swaka say intellectuals no, NPP no mo. Me sure say asem no. Na tete kwa asem a egumanu ma mode dada merewafo ewo fie no. The sound best swaka say.
Minute TV, TSMPA, no abobrapa.
Abusiafo. Team na His Excellency John Dramani Mama. Why not you say what the Bemu Ghana say no? Straight. Team no. A baby collapse NPP. NPP more demonstrating more ignorance. And of course, Afenyo Markins, we a better person. Why would you say? Nana administration, you know, criticism some for the criticizing where the two abetiamono. And no, and a quembia so, wo ba be jina so na wo dia converting. Na ebesa senke NPP more.
Honorable nominee, respectfully. Is it your case that the LGBT case mounted by my respected friend Richard Delasky, barrister at law, etc., was deliberately delayed by the Chief Justice of the Republic? Is that your position? Yes, no?
Mr. Chairman, the description are your attributions, not mine. My words were that she had the power to move the case faster than it was being done. And subsequent actions after the demonstration that I led have actually proved my position to be true. That when the Chief Justice gives a timeline, everybody, respondent or plaintiff, Attorney General inclusive, must abide by it. When she invoked her powers, everybody complied. So my contention that she could have expedited it if she had given earlier timelines were proving right by her subsequent actions.
Me wish I can Ghana for say NPP for one more say you moja na egu omumu no afekura no mo upgrade no NPP for I demonstrate say chese said yes ye hu wonum say wo yama mbofo nti atuti ya wonum no wo ba se wo bedane a kirigiri nsuo abe potwuru nsuo no mo na so ye danya nkopon asese mo ye 88. You can do well by intimidating the nominees, but you can never change the will of Ghanaians. Of course, the highest majority obukita numbers 80 micro minority, you can carry your cross na mo fa nante ba bia mo pe bia.